What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that's the one, the only. It's the missing Scott Savage. He'll be right back, actually. He has no idea I started the show without him. Take that, Scott. Until he comes back, though, here's coming on today's show. We got a loaded episode this week. Phil Spencer wants Activision for the mobile games. That's right. He wants just the mobile division? I don't think so. Not exactly. I think he wants it all over there. Here he is, everybody, making his return. It is none other than Scott Savage. You find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, what's going on, buddy?
I thought I heard the Savage from the other room. I thought I better get in here.
That's right. Everybody, we are talking about Phil Spencer looking for Activision and their mobile division. Games are moving to movies, Scott, with television as well. We got Bioshock in the works over at Netflix, as well as a series for Horizon Zero Dawn. Yo, dude, I'm pumped. That's a good get.
Yeah, I'm a little more excited about that one than Bioshock.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
I'm hoping they turn up that creepy factor.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Yo, everybody can join us live just like DC Legend is right now over on twitch.tv/the official ITG. What's up, buddy? You can also join us over on YouTube at ITG, but if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. Scott, let's get into it. Phil Spencer on a hot topic this morning. But before we get there, it's breaking news. There's a rumor flying around right now that is Amazon is looking to acquire EA. Scott,
yeah.
That's a big move, man.
I've seen this come to light, but I've seen it questioned now. So I'm really not certain if I believe it yet.
Yeah, it's one of those, we'll believe it when we see it. It's kind of scenario.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the Activision and Microsoft deal. Yo, where'd that come from? So we'll see. EA, though, apparently rumblings right now with a bunch of people. I see a lot of people over on Twitter kind of pumping that out. Hey, this is what's going on. Let me see if I can find the latest. Stephen Totillo right now is like on fire. So he's all over this. Let me see if I can find him. Because right now he's talking
I'm
about
almost waiting for Tesla to enter the fight. Now, that'd be a little strange there, but of course they have deep pockets over in that company.
Yes, they certainly do.
I've seen people joke about this EA acquisition. Who's going to buy Nintendo next? And that one hurts.
Dude, just think about this, right? If EA gets bought up, who's that really leave for third party? We got Ubisoft, right? There's a couple still around, but it seems like everybody and anybody is getting purchased right now, and it kind of makes me a little nervous when it comes to the third party division and how do we expand? So are you going to have to eventually pick one side or the other, Scott?
Yeah, hopefully not, because being locked behind exclusivity is not exactly good for the consumer.
Yeah, no, exactly, right? And that's kind of where Phil Spencer's coming in right now. Is Phil Spencer says Microsoft really wants Activision for mobile and PC games. Comes from Andy over PC Gamer. It would be reasonable to think that Microsoft's pursuit of Activision Blizzard was driven to a significant degree by the Call of Duty series. It's one of the biggest game series on the planet, after all. Dude, it's a giant moneymaker, Scott, without a doubt. This thing just bleeds money at this point, right? Every year is a new game, and everybody keeps just plummeting into this thing. Yo, what's up, your Doom Guide? What's happening, buddy?
He's really teasing me to do the EA voice.
Go for it.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Dude, that's
right,
what I
have that out of my system.
Quote, the biggest gaming platform on the planet is mobile phones. 1.5 billion people play on mobile phones, end quote, Spencer said. Quote, and I guess, regretfully, as Microsoft, it's not a place where we have a native platform. As gaming, coming from console and PC, we don't have a lot of creative capability that has built hit mobile games. One thing about the video game space is, if you've been around maybe too long, you know most of the creators out there. So you kind of know teams that could be a good fit in terms of what we're trying to do. But we really started the discussion internally, at least at Activision Blizzard, around the capability of them handling the mobile and then PC with Blizzard, Scott. Dude, Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, that's a good example right there. And that was so successul too. I really saw that coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a big money making juggernaut. It's got Call of Duty attached to it, right? Like I
can't believe there isn't. It's just now that major companies are starting to look into mobile. Of course, it's happened over the last decade, but it's kind of strange to me that it's finally happening now. Like they state, 500 million or 1.5 billion people, and it's an obscene amount of people play on mobile.
Well, dude, we talk about it every now and then how big the mobile industry side is, right? We always, for us being mostly as console gamers, we're big into what we do, but we also know we're not blind to the fact that mobile is just it has a casual audience as well as the hardcore there as well. Like, dude, it plays on both sides, right? Like, that's the biggest take, is it gets both of us in there. Dude, how long did I play PUBG Mobile? Like, man, I played that for 2 years solid, like day in and day out. I was there. So Candy Crush gets mentioned here. It's nuts to think of, right? It's especially interesting point because Call of Duty is popularity seen as major potential obstacle to regulatory approval of Microsoft's acquisition. Right now, they're getting called out of whether or not they'll actually be able to purchase Activision because of Call of Duty, and they're thinking that that's the big reason why Microsoft is looking to purchase Activision. Well, in fact, it seems to be that they're really looking to kind of take in on their mobile side of things with Call of Duty and other platforms over there moving their way over, and especially as of recently too, Scott. Dude, it's Diablo. Diablo Immortal hit over there, and it's been a juggernaut making millions of dollars.
Well, this is making me wonder now. Is Microsoft going to attempt the Windows Phone #2? The first one did not work out very well, but I'm sure they've learned from that experience.
Well, it's funny. I wish Kyle was in chat because he'd be all over it. He had a Windows Phone. Dude, he was one of the few that had a Windows phone.
I think Nate had one too.
Didn't Nate have one? And it was one of those things. They wanted it in there because it was attached to the Xbox brand, right? And you want to be a part of that. But at the same time, it's just not, it didn't kind of hit the way other phones have kind of taken off. And yeah, there's Nate. He says I did. Yeah, dude, how was your phone back in the day with Windows? I heard they had one issue after another. But just in mobile developer Activision acquired 2016, which reported totally quarter revenues was $684 million. Dude, it was just they're a juggernaut, right? Like, it's how do you not work within this industry and then not look at the mobile side? Activision Blizzard revealed in its Q2 2022 financial report that more than half of the total revenue it earned in the quarter came from mobile games. $831 million in all.
Holy hell. It's certainly beneficial to crack into the space. Are we going to see Xbox Game Studios stamp on a lot of different mobile titles now? They could very easily fill that space.
I think you would definitely see that kind of make its way over, right? If it's now under, well, it's not quite there yet, right? They haven't had the seal of approval done yet. Funny enough, I saw Embracer Group, dude, they got the seal of approval for all the acquisition right now for Square Enix. So, dude, they now own Deus Ex, Tomb Raider, they own Crystal Dynamics, they own Square Enix Montreal, they own, dude, that's a legit deal now. That is gone through. It's nuts. Who's left?
Yeah, there's really just who is left. We've made jokes, is EA going to be bought up next? And that's
sounds like
seemingly very plausible. Yeah. Ubisoft, I agree with you. I think Ubisoft is really the only giant left.
Well, you do have Square Enix, but there's even rumors of PlayStation buying them. Dude, what an industry we're in right now. Like, everybody's just getting gobbled up. The only survivors right now is indies, right? They're out there fighting their own good fight and goodwill on their own merit and not getting purchased, but even some of them are getting purchased up too. We've seen as of recently as well getting swept away by the big publisher. It's a lot less stressful, I would think, knowing you don't have to worry about where's your payment coming from for your employees when you're owned by PlayStation or Xbox. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it gives you that security.
It's
got to be beneficial for both parties.
Absolutely. So, dude, but that can't be the only reason they're looking at Activision, because Call of Duty as a brand, as a complete brand, is still a juggernaut even on consoles, and they're going to keep it open for the PlayStation family as well. They're not going to shut it off, at least not for 3 years.
Oh, sorry, I have some street activity being very loud. That happens a lot here.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Scott, let's get into it. Hunger Games director to helm Netflix Bioshock movie. Are you interested in this one?
You know, I wasn't sure about that combination there, but at the same time, I really did like the Hunger Games movies. So
I did too.
Perhaps this is going well.
It's just a creepy atmospheric game. It's never really been my thing. It's just from Egan over at Polygon. Netflix announced on Thursday that Francis Lawrence, known for his work on the Hunger Games series in 2005's I Am Legend. Scott, that was a while ago. Man, we
can't believe it was so long ago.
All right, bring it up. 25-year anniversary today, Scott. For what game?
Oh, man. Now I'm not so certain because it's flashing before my eyes. Which one was it now? I just mentioned this.
GoldenEye 007.
It was GoldenEye. Okay, that's why. That's why I was sitting at the edge. I got the game when I was 10 years old, but that was a few years after when it came out in '97.
I was a little bit older. But either way, Lawrence will be directing an adaptation of 2007's Bioshock. Logan and Blade Runner 2049 screenwriter Michael Green is also attached to pen the film's script. Dude, this could be good. It's interesting to see how many titles we get from the game industry now making its way over, because our next one is another follow-up just in the same vein. Again, moving into television, moving into movies. We've seen even League of Legends branch out, and the fact that they brought Arcane to Netflix. Dude, it's nuts. Like,
I was not expecting anything League of Legends to spill out beyond the game, but that's just such a giant entertainment icon now. And it does make sense. Well, what's going to come out next? We have Halo, we have God of War come in eventually. We're about to talk about Horizon, and there's Bioshock. There's really just a bit of everything making its way over.
There is everything, right? I know not everybody kind of gravitated towards the Halo TV series.
Yeah.
But
a bit like Resident Evil that way.
It had some highs and had some lows. They definitely took a different approach. I still cannot believe the first episode Master Chief's helmet came off. That was just a mind-blowing moment. But a lot of transition. Dude, they want to capitalize on both genres, be able to get in there and do this mixed media platform kind of scenario, right? The games are doing so well. Mind you, we haven't seen Bioshock in a long time at this point. Now, there's rumors of a Bioshock remaster in the works. So that's coming around. But the last game was Bioshock Infinite, Scott, 2013. Did you play that one?
Yeah. Oh, I did. I loved it. It is quite different, but it follows a lot of the same thematic threads throughout the whole thing. The city, the one versus the many. It does a whole lot of political stuff, but I've never been bothered by that in the case of Bioshock.
Nice. Well, dude, we go from one game to another with Steve Blackman, who will be working on the series over at Netflix for Horizon Zero Dawn, another game coming over. This one's from Todd over at Game Ranks. Man, oh man, for video game fans, the record of video game adaptations in the world of TV and movies is spotty, and that's being kind. Well, there have been some recent successes in film, like the two Sonic the Hedgehog films. I think that's debatable between some people, but either way. And Detective Pikachu. Dude, there's been, I don't know, they keep trying. I gotta say,
I like Detective Pikachu.
A lot of people did, right? I've never been Pokemon Pikachu. That's never really been my thing. I did enjoy the Sonic movies though, right? But again, another one making its way over. This time now we're getting into the incredible world of Horizon.
You didn't grow up necessarily with Sonic the Hedgehog, or sorry, you didn't grow up with Pikachu and Pokemon.
I grew up with
Sonic, so that makes sense there. That's why a lot of my generation likes the Sonic movies, but I just no, big miss on me.
Dude, here comes another big title. We just saw this year the release of Horizon Forbidden West and the impact that had on the industry going around. Gamers, fans, everybody loved that series. It had a couple maybe small issues here or there for some. But dude, that was, as of right now, it's still my game of the year. God of War Ragnarok just around the corner could change that landscape completely. So we have yet to be told on whether or not that will change my mind. I kind of got a feeling it will, dude. I'm just giving it. Yeah. As much as I love Horizon Forbidden West, you kind of wonder what God of War has got up their sleeve, right? To kind of bring the hype from the 2018.
Elden Ring didn't shake that from your memory, but God of War might.
Absolutely, yeah. I get what Elden Ring has to bring and offer for fans, and I understand why it's going to walk away with so many awards. But it just wasn't for me. But Horizon Zero Dawn now getting a TV series. Scott, we've also got HBO giving us the Last of Us TV series, and then we get into another movie coming with Days Gone. Scott, like, dude, it just never ends. Here's the thing. Apparently they're not happy. Fans are not happy. Neither are the devs with who they're casting for the game. This comes from Catherine over at Gaming Bible. In case you missed it, in a recent report that Ben Studios' 2019 action adventure Days Gone will apparently be getting its own movie adaptation. Not bad for a game that apparently wasn't considered to have sold well enough, despite matching Ghost of Tsushima's sales numbers. Confusing, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah, I'm still a little bit bitter about that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But fans are kind of up in an uproar right now, and so are the devs behind the game. Days Gone director John Garvin and Jeff Ross have taken to Twitter to share their opinions on the supposed casting of protagonist Deacon St. John, and they're not happy. According to Deadline, it's Sam Hugan taking center stage, aka Jamie Fraser from Outlander. Dude, that make any sense to you? Like, does this really match who you'd think? Even Cory Barlog, dude, the creative director behind God of War, chimed in and said, why wouldn't you just give it to the guy who actually voiced Deacon? Because he's an actor too. Like, dude,
that's
like,
the
what
part
are you doing?
That's the part that bothers me, is that there was already somebody who trained up, formulated that character.
Knows
I
that
believe the character
right?
is even based on his likeness.
So why would you give it to somebody else? Like,
I've seen this situation play out once before, and that's with the Tomb Raider, the new reboot Tomb Raider, and I'm forgetting the original woman's name, but I believe she
Jolie did it back in the day.
Well, I'm not too young to remember that. I do remember that one.
Yeah, man, it's weird.
But I believe it was taken over by Alicia Vikander, who is excellent and really well suited to the role. But after going through the training for motion capture and everything, the original was just scrapped, was just put to the side, and that was unfortunate.
Yep, dude, God of War director Cory Barlog has shared the same thoughts. Quote, dude, Sam Witwer is Deacon. Would watch the hell out of that movie with him in it, end quote. He tweeted, quote, okay, you can argue with me, but you can't argue with this dude. That was John Garvin's response to that, to Corey's tweet. Yeah, he's got, man, like I'm a little puzzled. We'll see how the movie turns out, when it turns out. The fact that there's no game, though, Scott, for a sequel blows my mind.
Yeah, it's not popular enough for a sequel, but it is for a major movie production. I'm not sure that adds up.
That doesn't add up. And what else doesn't add up is a new Time Crisis game in the works. What? And Steel Gunner as well, trademarks filed by Bandai Namco. Let's go to Michael over PSU.
Crisis, yeah, just to understand, that is the arcade stand-up machine, right?
Where you, so you would stand there with the gun right in your hand, and then you flip on the pedal, you step on the pedal, and then they jump out of cover, and then you let go, and they jump behind cover again.
Yeah. Oh man, I destroyed number 3. I played number 3 so much in a retro planet near me.
Dude, the arcade took my money. There's no doubt about it. It was an absolute blast. But Bandai Namco Entertainment has filed new trademarks for Time Crisis and Steel Gunner, which cover products such as arcade video game machines and recorded computer game software. Interesting enough, there's no confirmation yet from the publisher if these pertain to any plans to revive both franchises, but it's still a step in the right direction. In addition to the above, the trademark also mentions services, quote, providing online video games, end quote, and quote, a computer game that has been accessed network wide by network users via computers, end quote. What is that convoluted sentence? So yeah,
every kind of strange sentence like that, I wonder, is this metaverse? Is that what that means?
Welcome to the Matrix, dude. It's interesting to think if they're actually going to bring Time Crisis back. I don't know how you do that coming off of that arcade experience. You have to
put it in VR, perhaps.
Oh, now
that's a massive undertaking, but
but where else would you, like, you can't put it on a controller though, like, you know what I mean?
Put it on Wii.
Yeah, with
the
Joy-Cons.
Or the Joy-Cons with the Switch.
Put it on the Wii U and let it die over there.
Oh man, yeah, no, don't put it on the Wii U. That kills everything it touches. Ask Fox.
Yep, it does, unfortunately. Yeah, it's interesting, very interesting to see where Time Crisis comes around. Dude, it's just been one of those games, been dormant for so long. I never expected to see anything of it. I never played that either.
I'm thinking that's the one with the turret that you stand in and you can rotate the turret around. I forget. Yeah,
they're both arcade games, so it's unique. Dude, you remember Driving USA?
Yes. Is that the one where you double step the pedal and you do a wheelie? Or is that it's like cruising?
It's Cruising USA, but yeah, that sounds right. It sounds, dude, it's been a long time.
That's another one that I
can still find it in arcades.
Ago.
You can find it in arcades still.
there's one place in Niagara Falls that I'm pretty sure I can still put my phone number in and bring up the game save. That's how they used to save over those machines.
Wow. Yeah. Weird. Very weird. Dude, but let's move on quickly to KO Tecmo has reportedly partnered with EA to develop a new IP.
Do we believe this coming with EA in the title?
What's going on right now, right? A Reddit after a Reddit posting on Game Leaks and Rumors listed a game called Bioshock. That was Bioshock was found on Originals API. Grub confirmed that the game is in fact real, and KO Tecmo is working with EA. Nobody knows exactly what it is. Quote, is going to be a brand new IP, and that's all I know so far. I think that's okay. That's all I know. Well, it's going to be okay because no one else has anything. I think we're going to have to wait long. Not going to have to wait long. I think we will hear about the game next month. So that's interesting to see. Dude, Tecmo's been out for a while. I haven't really seen anything come from them as of recently. So curious to see what they're working on.
You've pronounced it in a way that I wasn't aware of. I always said Koei Tecmo, but I have no idea what it is correct.
It used to be, remember, it used to be Namco Bandai Namco, and then they flipped that around. Everybody seems to be flipping their names back and forth. I don't know, it's confusing. So, but yeah, I think that's right. Koei, oh, you might be right. Koei Tecmo. It's been a while, but new IP coming out of them was kind of interesting. We'll see what happens. I'm always interested to see what new IP is because you never quite know what they're up to, right? But we'll see. We will definitely see. Scott, some exciting news though. After 7-month shutdown, Dark Souls 3 servers are online once again. This comes from Jason from Game Informer. In February, we reported the server shutdown of Dark Souls 3 after a dangerous hack. Remote code execution rendered affected PCs inoperable. Attacks, which is, man, attackers, like, why did attackers, like, they all do it. I don't get what the purpose of it is, Scott, but it sounds like the servers are now at least up and running once again, which is kind of nice to see.
Yeah, I don't remember why it was. I think it was something related to Elden Ring, probing the defenses in advance of Elden Ring coming out.
Which is unfortunate because people were looking to play that, and then they had to kind of work off of what they had. Okay, here's what happened. They got hacked, and then they couldn't fix the hack because they were focused on Elden Ring. So that delayed fixing that problem, which then just, complications.
They just had to take it offline.
Absolutely. But Scott, we do have a couple of releases today. What are they, buddy?
We have Pac-Man World Repack, and that's on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, Switch, and PC. And Soul Hackers 2 is on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, and PC today.
That's nice. Cool. I've heard Soul Hackers 2 is actually pretty good. I don't know.
I want to take a look at that one.
Yeah, you do too, eh? I was kind of interested. It's that kind of JRPG element feeling, so I don't know.
Looks like it's got a bit of the creepy baked in, and that's where I'm in.
Of course it does. What isn't creepy these days, Scott? Seems like everything's got a little touch of that, doesn't it? But everybody, that's
me.
Well, we all know that too. That's gonna wrap up today's show, everybody. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. You can join us live every day, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside thegame.ca, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. Until Monday, everybody, it's the weekend. Enjoy your weekend. I'm Drew, that's Scott, and we'll see you inside the game.